Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. And I just did a Dutch video and I looked at the countries, the Netherlands, Belgium and Germany. If you want to look at that, I'm going to make sure there are subtitles ready, English subtitles. And for this video, I'll make sure there'll be Dutch subtitles because I'll be looking at different countries in this video. I'll be looking at Israel, Russia, and the United States of America. Exciting times, especially of course nearing Monday when Mr. T publicly will take his position back in the White House. Of course, what's going on now in Israel is very interesting. I see this as a sign that the white hats are taking over and showing themselves more. I know that you can interpret in all kinds of ways, but I don't believe this grand Israel that, of course, the dark energies wanted there is going to happen. I do believe that he pushed the stop button on that, but like I said, people can still interpret in different ways, so see what resonates with you. I just want to emphasize that I see Mr. T as someone that plays a role, a very important role in helping out the white hats. I do know that the other people that will see him as dark energy and that he's just part of the same club. I fully understand that. I see it differently, but I just want to emphasize that I don't put him on a pedestal, which means that just in case he does somehow start talking about digitalization, things like that, and starts pushing for all kinds of things that I don't want to happen. Obviously, let's face it, I'm not going to comply just because it's Mr. T. So obviously I remain critical in a way, but I don't believe that he is like that. I think that he would have taken a completely different approach. And I think it's pretty obvious with Israel now stopped in their agenda to create this great Israel that that's not going to happen anymore. And I see that as a clear sign that the black hats are losing control. But like I said, you can interpret how you want and see what resonates for you. But I do want to take a look at the country, the energy of Israel right now. What is the energy of Israel? The King of Cups, that's interesting. We have the Queen of Wands as the central card. We've got the Six of Cups in the past. We have the High Priest underneath the Queen of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So they're obviously not very happy. I do think the dark energies didn't have a lot of choice. They were offered something, and I think in the future some things will be offered to them, but it will just limit them. They don't have a choice. I think they had to agree with what Mr. T was coming up with, of course, the settlement now and settling things there, settling the conflict. I think the same thing will happen with the Ukraine, but this is really, they're limited. There's not much they can do anymore. They'll get an opportunity to get out of this, but they're not going to be very happy. How to say this? The dark energies in Israel, so not entire Israel, because there are a lot of people there who want nothing to do with that. And as we can see, white hat influences, there is more connection happening. I think emotionally there's a change happening. And this is really about ultimately the High Priest, not only like the dark energies. I don't think they still try to have some control, but they're losing it. They don't have a choice anymore. But this is also about standing up for your convictions. Where do you stand? What position are you in? This position, like the monks looking up for someone else to decide things for you, or you're going to stand up, sit in your own throne and decide for yourself? So the people in Israel will have to decide for themselves what they want. But there's a lot of white hat influences happening. That's why I think this settlement happened. Like I said, the dark energies aren't very happy with this at all. But they don't have a choice. There'll be other things happening there as well. There'll be another opportunity for them. Maybe something will come out. But it will limit them. They're limited. They don't have a choice. There's not much they can do about it. So they just have to follow suit. Really, that's what this is about. And of course, we have the Children card in the past. And I do think things the children are going to come out as well. I believe that will be worldwide. Will most likely start in the USA with the emphasis now more and more on children, speaking out about that. But this all needs to be brought out in the light. What happened worldwide, in the Netherlands as well. I've mentioned this before. Most of the things with children come out of the Netherlands. It's apparently stashed somewhere here on servers. It's horrific, but that needs to come out. Like I said, why that influences in Israel. There's more connection happening with the people in Israel, not wanting to be part of that anymore, of these dark energies. And it's really about standing up for their convictions. What are they going to do? How do they, want to live in the country, and who do they want them doing things for them? And I'm talking about the government. Is this still what they want? I don't think they want this anymore, and I think that's very clear that a lot of people in Israel are not happy with what's going on. So I also want to look at Russia. What is the energy of Russia? The Star. That's interesting. We've got the Wheel of Fortune as the central card. We've got the Five of Swords in the past. We have the Six of Wands, victory. The Eight of Wands in the future. And sadness, well, there all things are going to come out. So this is the Five of Cups. And I think that is connected also with Ukraine and what's been happening there. I think very fast things will be coming out about that as well. What's been going on for the people, also the Russian people in that area, and the horrible things that have been happening. And just with how they're being portrayed for so long by the media. A lot of things are going to come out about that. A lot of sadness and turning around and seeing what's still upright and how to work with that. And I do think Mr. P is very happy with Mr. T, more so than Mr. B. But we see here, I think there's a lot of alien help. Off-worlders, how you want to call them. This is about moving things in the right directions, karmic things ending as well. We have the Six of Wands. This is like a victory. I think Russia is in a pretty good shape. I will send like a little clip about it. I couldn't find it anymore, but this was someone living in Russia saying it's cheap here, it's really going very well, the economy is going very well. So all these things they were hoping for in Europe, in America, all these sanctions just didn't really work out. At least not against the people in Russia. Most of it hit the people in Europe and in America, let's face it. So I think they're getting help from off-worlders, aliens, a lot of help there with Russia. Things are moving in the right direction. I do believe there's a different energy going on there. There's victory there, but still things will come out. Still some things, and it will be very quickly. That's just sadness of what's been happening in that area, how they've been treated all this time. There's still a lot of pain in that area as well, of course, with their own history. So that will get moving as well. That needs to be healed as well. So this is what I've got for Russia. And the last country I want to take a look at is, of course, the United States of America. What is going on there? It's going to be very, very interesting. So let's see. We also have a balance card there. That's interesting. I saw, especially in the Netherlands and the energy of the Netherlands, and for Belgium, there were a lot of balance cards. So the balance is being restored. We have the central card. That is the children's card. We've got the Judgment card in the past. We have the Four of Wands, people getting together, coming together. We have the Empress for the near future and the Moon card. I'm also looking at the High Priestess. So this is about secrets being revealed. I think a lot of things are going to come out. I also think about children are going to come out. Central card, and really this is really what it's ultimately about, protecting the children. But this is about balance, people getting together. I do think a lot of people well, just look at of course, what happened with the voting. A lot of people are supporting Mr. T, and of course the media wants to make it seem like that's not the case. But it's really bringing America back together again and really changing the energy. And then we have, of course, these beautiful cards here in a way. Nothing is what it seems. So we still have some things that may seem in a different way coming to light, or it's all necessary, but there's new energy is coming in, that the sacred female energy is coming in. I truly feel that through the United States, that it will be brought out. Things will come to light. Secrets will come to light. The veils will be lifted. I do think we're going to be in for a ride there. I think so many things will be coming out. And it's now open and it's now possible because everyone has been placed in all these positions. And it's really a go sign. But still, not everything is what it seems. And probably also with the Greenland discussion and with those things about Canada, I think there's something completely different behind that. I probably will take a look at it. So I have to wait and see, maybe in a live, but that obviously will be a Dutch live, although you can also, watch subtitles for that. But I think a lot of things that may seem one way will be, there's something completely different. Also in Greenland, they actually have all the seeds from everything around the world. We also know that they've been trying to manipulate the seeds, what we can eat, the food, how do you say this? I just keep thinking about the Dutch word. I'm sorry about that, but the food cycle, and that apparently is located in Greenland. So there's this facility that has all the seeds, and I think that's very important, but there is more things going on there in Greenland. I think it's very, very important there, and things will be coming out about this as well. So at least that's not how I view it, like he wants to take over, Mr. T wants to take over Canada, wants to take over Greenland, he wants to make this global state, so to speak. I think that there's something else going on there. And things will be coming out, but nothing is what it seems. It's very important to realize that with the moon. Nothing is what it seems, and a beautiful new energy is coming through in the United States of America. I believe the old, defunct, broke corporation is falling apart, and the new republic of the United States of America is rising. So this is what I've got. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.